The microfiche. Alright, there she is.
Cool.
Cool. So...
I have no idea how to use this thing.
Not surprised. Really?
I can't know how to do everything.
I mean, you could, but...
Shut up.
I'm sorry, but what expertise have you brought thus far?
This whole thing was my idea.
Yeah. No, your idea was ghost hunting. My idea is to do at least a tiny bit of research on it.
If you think it's so stupid, why are you here?
I'm trying to help you, asshole. Because, see, exactly. Because you're my friend, you asshole.
Aww. Aw, we friends, Beatrice.
Here, let me get this set up. We'll be here all night if your dumb ass in charge.
Are we friends, Beatrice?
Beatrice. Alright, so what are we looking for?
I want to steer.
No.
Move, I'm steering. Wait.
Ow. Jeez, May.
I'm sorry.
Better be.
Okay, how do we do this?
Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff.
Step 3, find ghost.
Sure.
Whee! Piracy. Dear citizens, please make note to keep your pies safe during the pleasant weather we are experiencing. Several ladies have reported pies from their kitchens disappearing at alarming rates. Even worse, the picky culprit is leaving behind only the rhubarb pies. Until this criminal is caught or the bad weather returns, we remind our housewives to make use of their pie safes indoors or stick to rhubarb. The Stanley T. Possum statue, known by residents as Posse, is finally slated for demolition. Posse closed in 1967, but Richard Colson, son of Samuel, had hopes of refurbishing the statue for new generations. Posse stood silent for close to 60 years, witnessing the beginnings of the demise of the railroad, the mines, and the coke works that ushered in his existence. Teens and other vandals broke into Posse over the years. Climbing up through Posse became a rite of passage for many young people in the area. Residents have been torn over what to do with this beloved but derelict structure over the years, but 3 years ago, pressure began mounting to have it torn down. A storm knocked off Posse's ear, and the next year, Rolf Jenkins fell from the staircase and broke both legs. Samantha Colson, Glick, daughter of Richard, finally agreed that it was time for Posse to go. Okay.
Weird.
Progress Springs and Possum Springs. Randolph Stanford, owner of Bell's Hole Mine Works, is partnered with Samuel Colson. I don't care. There's been another sighting of the albino groundhog from a very reliable source this time. Edgar Stutter reports that he saw the pure white beast staying near Shade Gap. Mr. Stutter has declined to give any more of an exact location and implores his fellow hunters to adore this anomaly from afar and leave him to his business. We could not agree more with this upstanding citizen and remind townsfolk that if you are interested in seeing the albino creature, to stop by City's barbershop for a peek at the albino raccoon. Okie dokie.
Ghost.
Local ghost, Little Joe, at it again. As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up on any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favorite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow County. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local youths, and as such Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area, so be warned, thrill seekers. You may not see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing.
Hey.
Ooh, look!
Scoot so I can see. Graveyard, that's a gimme.
I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make a lot of them.
Good point. Looks like they saw him in the old section. Ooh, cool. That's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that. I mean, that's kind of cool.
How could you not be interested? This is like actual dangerous ghost stuff.
I like history.
Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history.
That's actually pretty good.
Thanks. Table calls it
What's
the first
that?
danger of lands outside Boston Springs. Blah blah blah. Underground gases afflict many. No. Stanley T. Possum statue is finally open to the public. No. That's a strike.
I want to look at things.
Wow! Read faster! Wait, this is a ghost. Spectral happenings at Possum Jump. Two local sweethearts were startled this past Sunday night as they hiked along the wooded overlook known as Possum Jump. Why is it called Possum Jump? According to the Lovebergs, at approximately 11:45 a.m., a figure appeared to walk from the edge of the cliff out into the open air, and then disappeared. Forestry workers the next morning were unable to locate any evidence of anyone having leapt from the great height, leaving the exact nature of what the two saw a mystery. A decent hike up into the state forest hills, Possum Jump is famous for its beautiful view of the Echo Reservoir. It also holds historical importance as it hosts the lonely graves of several persons involved in the Possum Massacre. Hey, look at this, buddy!
Yeah.
Looks like Possum Jump?
Let me read it.
It's Possum Jump?
Okay, yeah, that's back up in the state park, right?
Yep.
Even been up there?
Nope. Gonna check it out, though.
Go nuts.
I will. Sound off,
So-
opinion line. We would like to remind the men of our town to please refrain from spitting on the sidewalk. This unsanitary habit is unseemly and beneath you. Parents, please be sure your daughters are not participating in the new trend of skirts showing the ankles. I do not think we need to remind you which road of brimstone this temporary fashion trend will lead your dear daughters down. They are whores. I've been witnessing more and more teenage girls coming into our town on a Saturday night, unchaperoned, using vulgar slang terms, certainly unfit for me to print here, like idiot, and blocking the sidewalks by walking arm in arm. They're allowed and also flirt with boys unabashedly while smoking cigarettes. These young ladies need to be stopped before our young ladies get any ideas for our boys and fall in love with the wrong girl. Young men have been seen around Possum Springs engaging in the ridiculous behavior of wearing mismatched patterns in their suits. This type of outfit may all be the rage in Bright Harbor, but good luck getting any respectable businessman around here to employ you. You all look like rabid clowns. Okay.
So, I think one of these has to do with the tooth we found.
Well, I've been scanning. None of them has said anything about tooths yet. Deep Hollow County mourns. The final group of bodies from the 1888 explosion have been removed, 2 days shy of the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy. Jesus, it took them 1 year to get... Okay. These 5 men bring the total of dead to 112. Jesus Christ. 2 of the men, Addison Pine and Henry Harvey, were the ones who set off the explosion. Although mine bosses have been informed that gas pockets were present in that section, they elected to not inform Pine and Harvey of the possible danger. The other 3 bodies belong to Peter Bedslow, Christian Stanoff, and Peter Latcha. Peter Latcha's funeral arrangements will be handled by Father Lidis, as the man's widow has since returned to Hungary with his 2 orphans, because Skype just crashed. Anyway, I read this, so... this is interesting, but...
But, yeah, not exactly about a ghost.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. But there's dead people.
It's a bunch of dead people. Oh, okay, sure. Strange but True, A Tale of Teeth. Strange but True is our ongoing series about the weird and forgotten aspects of Deep Hollow County history and culture, published weekly. Bad bosses figure heavily into the Possum Springs history, and this morbid tale of crime and secret societies is no exception. The story goes, in 1870, a local mine boss was skimming workers on their pay. A group of miners confronted him while he was in the act. He denied everything, with many a slur, and punched the miners' leader, Daniel Glace, in the face, causing him to lose his last remaining tooth. The miners knew how much Darney's tooth meant to him, and they descended on the boss. A few held the boss down while others removed all of his teeth with pliers. The teeth were passed out to the miners, and a secret society was created with a vow to protect the workers' interests. Membership was based on owning one of these teeth, and each was marked with a symbol of their choosing. These symbols were used around the coal patch to organize meetings and make announcements. The boss survived his attack, but never named his attackers for fear of implicating himself. When died a few years later, members dug up his grave to retrieve his skull. It was used in ceremonies performed before going out for retribution. All would gather round, place their teeth into the sockets, and later retrieve their tooth after the retribution was completed. Upon a member's death, their tooth would be passed to a new member. Teeth of members in jail would be left in their sockets until their fates were decided. After the strike of 1889, the society dwindled. Occasionally, a descendant of one of these men will find a tooth with strange markings in their home. Strange, but true.
We're one of the descendants.
Oh wow, this is gnarly. And awesome. Oh my god. But nothing else to say about it.
Oh my god, wait a second.
What?
I was gonna be like, oh my god. She's been like, oh my god, wait a second. Tooth.
Possum Springs. Tragedy. Possum Massacre. I mean, none of these are about ghosts. It's a ghost. So what else am
You don't know.
fucking looking for?
Maybe there was a ghost stealing those pies.
Maybe the ghost was stealing the fucking pies. Progress, local ghost. Albino groundhog. Underground gases, strike. Opinion line. Oh! Ghostly rumors haunt new historical society. The Possum Springs Historical Society's conversation of the Shrygest House into its new headquarters and education center has hit a snag. Custodial head Jed Nisom has resigned, citing strange occurrences in the old manor. I'd be there after hours doing my work, and I'd hear someone walking around, drawing doorknobs. I came out to see who was fooling, but there was never nobody there, said Nisom. Trying to get this map room operational for the children all the while I'm looking over my shoulder expecting to see God knows what. Mr. Nisom has previously requested to work only daylight hours when other staff were present in the building, but even that proved to be too terrifying. I don't go into the off-limits areas anymore. I don't go up past the second floor and then only go to the office. I know the others laugh, say I'm seeing Little Joe or something, but they can all go spit. Little Joe, for the uninitiated, was a local ghost story popular some years ago. The Possum Springs Historical Society has refused to comment on Mr. Nisom's claims at this time.
But like, I mean, it's in a shy guy's house. It just sounds like ghosts.
Ghosts! Hey, hey, hey. Ghost spotted.
Historical Society.
History that won't stay history. In a history place.
History place?
Yeah.
What?
I've never been.
You didn't go back in school?
I think this was when I wasn't in school.
When I got banned. Oh, after the softball incident.
Yeah, mostly just watched TV and did therapy.
Well, it's actually a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. railroad, mine, steel mill, something like that.
An actual haunted house.
No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and crafts programs.
Oh, well, still worth checking out. Okay, well, that's like 3 leads. Let's boogie.
Boogie! Let's boogie. Also, is that it?
Yeah. 3 clues. We got 3 leads.
You're a regular detective.
May Borowski, a detective of ghosts.
Ghost detective?
Ghost detective!
Yeah! Alright, let's go.
Banana now.
Bye.